What's better, proof of work or proof of stake? Well, I don't like proof of stake. I don't like the mechanics behind it. I get why it exists, and you could have some proof of stake chains and they work nicely because there's a low energy cost, but that low energy cost, it's the reason why we have so many. They just get spun up all the time and nobody uses them. And I don't like staking. I think staking is stupid. I think staking rewards are stupid. And what happened? Well, the godfather of proof of stake, and he is the godfather of proof of stake, Kwon. He invented Cosmos. He invented Tendermint. It is the best implementation of proof of stake that we have, and I still don't really like it. So let's look at what he wants to debate me. I'll give him a debate. Should be fun. But here it is. This is what I said. Well, here's his tweet. Do you want to debate me live? He'll represent all of proof of stake based on BFT, which is his version of proof of stake. It is the most adopted version, the best implementation. Okay. And then he says, retract. I'm not retracting my statement because I've been talking about this for like 2 years. I don't like it. And here's the original tweet. Well, what is even the point of staking a token? What is the point? Why are retail users staking tokens? They're getting murdered staking these tokens. And I know it's for security, but my question is securing what? Not every chain is Ethereum or Solana that has tons of assets on chain that need to be secured. Kwon created Cosmos. Cosmos has zero TVL. The security budget for Cosmos is $100 million per year, paid out in inflation to stakers. This is stupid. It's really, really, really stupid. I'm not going to go through all the tweets. I'll link it down below. But people are replying, and I like the input from the users. A lot of these people have been around for a while in Cosmos. We bounce ideas off of each other casually. Kwon wants a debate. I'll be prepared for that debate. Actually, I'm going to give him a debate that he's not going to forget, because I'm going to debate from the retail angle, who has paid for all of this, subsidized all of this, and unless you're in like the top 5% of amazing traders and crypto degens, you're down horrific. Okay. Um, and here's me clarifying why I don't like proof of stake. I tagged Kwon. I like Kwon. I interviewed him on my YouTube. He's maybe the best interview possible. My issue is not the consensus mechanism, but the economics. I don't care about the tech. The tech is irrelevant if nothing useful or meaningful or valuable is happening on chain. I care about the economics. And it's ironic to me that staking, it's for security, it's for governance, voting. Yeah, you're voting on really important things on a chain that has no economic activity. What are you even governing? Let's worry about security for this video. I don't want it to be that long. But you're paying for security with a token. That's staking rewards. That's an expense. That's a cost to the protocol. You're minting these tokens, you're releasing them, and you're saying these are staking rewards. We really, really want you to stake. But as you give away those tokens, you're just inflating the currency the same way governments do, right? And this will devalue the currency endlessly. And the value of the currency is how you measure, or should I say the value of the currency staked is how you measure the security of the network. But you can't pay out the rewards in the same token that you want people to stake with. Now, look, in proof of work, it's different. The miners put up, the miners run the Bitcoin network, right? From an infrastructure perspective, they put up a lot of money. Like they're basically paying for the tokens to be created via their energy costs, and then they get the tokens. Well, they paid for them technically. Then they could sell them and they get into circulation that way. But they were bought first. Proof of stake is not like that. Proof of stake gets sold first. This is why most proof of stake tokens trend to zero. They trend to zero. You don't believe me? Let's look at Adam. Okay. Here's Adam. When should I buy as a retail trader, end user, early adopter? Where on this chart should I buy and stake tokens if I want to earn rewards? Okay, here's the cycle low from last time. 2020, midway through 2022. Staking rewards are like what, 14%? 14% over, it's 1% a month, roughly, right? I buy here. $6.50. I'm staking. It's great. I'm getting the rewards. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look at the price. I lost like 70, 60 to 70% of my initial stake. How many decades of 10% APR do I now need to break even? It doesn't make any sense, especially when you talk in terms of opportunity cost. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Let's look at osmosis. Here's a deflationary token. This looks really good. Where should I buy Osmo and stake it to get the 6% APR? It's deflationary. It's deflationary because they've decreased the inflation. So now you have less rewards for staking. But I was told staking is important. Why would you decrease the rewards? Do you see how backwards this is? It's stupid. It's stupid. And if you love staking and you're staking all your tokens, I really think you're stupid, unless, of course, you got them for free. And here's something I said like, I don't know, it was like 6 months ago, 7 months ago. I've been railing about this for so long. Nobody wants to hear it. Oh, APR. Well, where does the AP, the same APR that you're chasing is causing your tokens to go down in most cases? Solana aside, right? Hype aside, Ethereum, you could say what you want. It's a little different. It started off as proof of work. But I don't even blame the validators anymore because they're smarter than everyone else, right? Validators should be selling tokens that they receive, and they should be dumping them on retail. Retail's stupid too. Why are we doing this? Why is retail subsidizing 500 proof of stake blockchains where 496 of them have nothing happening on top? There's no value to even running this infrastructure. That's why the validators don't pay for it. Retail ends up paying for it. I'm sure some validators get rinsed from time to time, but that's the casino that we're in. But if I'm staking tokens, and I'll close with this. This is too long already. No one's watching this, right? Validators should be selling the token. They're performing a task that presumably cost them some money. They're getting paid. They should sell. These are, that's their business revenue, right? They should be selling nonstop. But stakers, I should want my validator to buy and not sell. I want my validators to believe in the network, to improve the security and the economic activity. I want them to buy, not sell. Do you see how stupid this is? There's staking with the same token that you receive rewards in means that incentives will never be aligned. So you need at the very least two tokens. One of them could be a stable coin. One of them could be, I don't know, if you're talking to DEX, could be an LP token, right? I should be allowed to stake anything that has value if the point is economic security. I should be able to bring tokenized silver bullion on chain and stake it in Cosmos. Why can't I do that? Why? Pay me out in Atom. I don't care. And then my silver bullion tokenized RWA token is going to be correlated to silver, not the constant selling and dumping of the reward token. And stop calling it's not rewards, it's stupid. It's inflation. If Satoshi is alive right now, he's stabbing his eyes with a sharp object, let's say, because this is dumb. It's the same thing governments do when they want to kick the can down the road, create fake economic activity, in their countries. Governments do this. This is why Bitcoin was invented. Proof of stake strayed a little too far and needs to come back. There needs to be a solution to this. Kwon, I get what you did from a security technical standpoint, kinda. You could school me in the debate. There's no way you can justify selling these tokens to retail and basing your security on a speculative asset. It doesn't make any sense unless security really isn't that important. And I don't think it is.